you could find in every store.
Absolutely
Never
not.
the case.
You know, the Clematis, Amy, is known to be the queen of flowering vines. Now,
I didn't know that.
That means it's reliable. That means you know she's going to be beautiful and command a performance in the garden and a look that's very alluring and attractive that really undeniably you notice.
I feel like you're talking about a movie star.
These are the queen of the flowering vines. But all queens are not equal.
Okay.
And this is a special set of Clematis that really are a step above the others because they produce these thick, multi-petaled, voluptuous flowers that put to shame the single-flowered varieties that are typical in any other variety that you will see in the garden centers.
So let's look at Kevin's hand and you'll see the difference between a single Clematis versus all those extra layers and all those extra petals that your Roberta's Clematis is offering you tonight.
So here is a typical representation of a typical Clematis. 6 petals, very pretty, you know, reliable. But look at the difference in the size. 4 or 5 layers here on Veronica's Choice. And up here, Beauty of Worcester, the same thing. Huge flower, multi-petaled, voluptuous. But it gets better than just the flower size because this collection, all of these varieties bloom for 4 months, June through September, double the average Clematis. So these are going to perform with way more flowers than normal Clematis.
And tell me about the 4 varieties that we get all in this order for $36.
You get all 4 of them. It's a great value. And
sure is.
Seriously, these come from Poland.
Oh, wow.
He's an old-time monk, went into the Clematis business after World War II. These are hard to get. You won't see the varieties out here. Beauty of Worcester is about 5 inches across, thick amethyst blue flower. Wonderful. Sylvia Denny, white. Just like lingerie on a vine because it's just so fluffy. It's voluptuous. You know, it is gorgeous. And all these flower petals, you know, 4 or 5 layers compared to, you know, just 1 layer of typical Clematis.
Oh, I like her the best.
She's named Kirite Kanawa after a New Zealand opera singer.
How do I say it again?
Very
Kirite Kanawa?
Kirite Kanawa had a beautiful voice from New Zealand and soprano. And this flower is just, it's a little smaller, about 4 inches, but looks, you know, but it is a tremendous bloomer. It's covered, smothered in flowers for 4 months, not just 4 weeks.
4 months. And then tell me about Veronica's Choice.
Veronica's Choice. It's a blush pink. It looks like a pom-pom on top of petals. It's a little fragrant, and these also self-seed well. You know, you can place these in containers, in the garden, on pergola.
They just have to be able to climb, right?
Yeah, so, you know, this is on a trellis. You can put it on a picket fence, it'll go laterally.
Oh, pretty.
It can be on a pergola. It can be, you know, on an old mailbox or a tractor.
We have our lamppost out front. I'm imagining this around my lamppost. Would that work? Would it climb the lamppost?
It's great. A mailbox, a lamppost, a gateway. We have it in our front door and you walk up. We have an arbor kind of like gate that's made out of metal.
Yes.
And I don't prune these. I just let them go to town, and it's really nice. Most people don't prune their Clematis. There's no sticklers in here, and the birds like to nest in them because it's so thick. But this is one plant with 4 in it.
My goodness,
now,
it's
most people would plant them separately, but I think it's pretty hot look this way. But you could do 4 plants, space them 2 to 4 feet apart.
Okay.
They'll be 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide in the 3rd season.
So let me show you what you're getting too, because what I love about shopping for Roberta's is it's healthy, it's ready to go, and we ship it out as soon as it's ready to plant, so you don't have to be judging and try and find your best green thumb and say, okay, this is the day to plant it. You won't get it until it's time, but you're getting 4 of these healthy, gorgeous plants.
Yeah, no, like I said, we get our inputs from Poland, so we grow them from cuttings. These are all patented varieties, so it's important to note that, you know, we have to get cuttings from the grower and breeder, but they're already had a winter. These are going to go to town because they've had a winter in our greenhouses already and outside, so that they can handle 20 below years. So when you get them in your home, they really grow fast. You don't have to wait.
Yes.
And that's important. So you want it to do well, but there's really nothing to grow wrong with these because they're full sun, part sun, 20 below zero, and everything comes with full instructions. But it's just it's a reliable plant.
Well, let me remind you why it's different, because this is our only Clematis of the year. And like I said, we brought in 6,000 and there's fewer than 800 to go around, and we are busy on the phone line tonight. So this is not a Roberta's Clematis. This one is what you can find at the other garden centers that everybody else will plant, everybody else will have in their house.
And it blooms for about 4 weeks.
And it blooms for 4 weeks
Either May
only.
or June or July, but just 4 weeks.
This is what my home, my garden, my back and front yards will look like for 4 months.
Oh yeah, with ours, you get 4 months of flowers, and the flowers are thick, voluptuous, multi-petaled, in all these different rich, luxurious colors. So you really have a clematis. These are the 4 out of thousands I could grow. These are the 4 top ones. And we had the grower come to our greenhouses just last year in June, and I secured my inventory there. And I'm really happy with these 4 varieties. There's nothing is so multi-petaled, so big flowering, so smothered in flowers, Amy, and the bloom time is for 4 months. So, you know, the common clematis don't even turn an eye for me anymore.
Well, I can see why. And I mean, think about it. Kevin and his brothers and their team, you went to Poland to get this. So my option is I go to Poland to find something like this, or I just shop here at QVC.
I'm going back this year in May to look for some other varieties if he has anything that could compare to these, because I don't know if we'll have these back next year.
Okay.
They're in short supply even for him, so that's kind of how it is.
Now we don't have to plant these every year, right?
No, they come back every year. They'll live for years. They're very reliable. Queen of the flowering vine. Just plant them, forget them. 20 below zero. Blooms for 4 months. You know, it's a reliable vine. There's no pricklies in here. It's fast growing. It climbs on its own. You don't need to attach it to anything. Just give it something to climb laterally or horizontally. Or,
awesome.
It's wonderful.
So you get longer blooms and you get bigger blooms, and you'll get all 4 varieties for that great price of $36.76.
It's easy to
Don't forget, shipping and handling is included. And what were we going to say before I have to walk away from you?
Well, all this is included too, so you know it's you don't have to think about it. We're shipping out a lot of zones now, so these will perform this year.
Wonderful. Kevin, finally, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoying my time with you. So thank you. That was, thank you. M43086.